Hey, I just had an older lady too. I was eating crab. I was eating some seafood. Just had an older lady. No count. Chat. No count. Tee me up, dude. Chat. No count. Boom. And Dabo can vouch. Friday, matter of fact, yesterday, Saturday. What's today? Saturday, August 6th. I'm out to eat with my homeboys. All right? Me, Dabo, one of my homies I've been playing 2K with for the past 3-4 years, Lil Dale. Check. If you've been a fan of me since 2K, you know Lil Dale Ray, right? Boom. We out to eat. We eating the seafood. I swear to God, I ain't never seen this shit. I ain't never had 2 of them. Hold on. I ain't got no bananas, nigga. Nigga don't keep bananas, bro. Hey, my D-block shorts, they finna drop. Y'all like them shits. I feel this shit though, chat. Okay. So boom, right? So boom. So boom. Me and my homeboys, we went out to eat, right? It's me, Dabo, a little bro I used to play 2K with for the last 4-5 years, Lil Dale Ray Mari, and one of Dabo homeboys. It's 4 of us, right? We had a seafood restaurant, my favorite restaurant in the whole wide world, Crab du Jour. If you never had Crab du Jour before, you missing out, buddy. You missing out. It's a seafood spot. They got little seafood balls. You know what I'm saying? The works. The works. So I go there all the time. All the time. And so, boom. We had a neighborhood reunion to go to later on in the evening. So we just chilling and wasting time at this point right here, right? So we go in, we get seated. When I walk in, everybody know me because I go there so much. I walk in. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, baby. The manager there, real fine. She's a great woman. Hey, baby, how you doing? I'm doing fine, man. How are you? We exchange a little small talk, and then she seats me. She seated us at our table, right? Boom. We chopping it up, me, Dabo, and the fellas, we chopping it up. My fit is immaculate, too. My fit, I got on a Louis shirt, some Balenciagas, all black. My fit is immaculate too, all right? So, long story short, fast forward, right? We eating, you know what I'm saying? And like across from us is a lady and her daughter, all right? Her daughter couldn't be no more than 15, 16, 17 years old, all right? A lady and her daughter having lunch, nothing really too exciting was going on over there, all right? The lady and her daughter gets up and walks past our table and go to the restroom, all right? Their waiter, this is irrelevant to the story, just some information I'm telling y'all, but the waiter that was waiting on them and us, he made a huge mistake. And guess what that mistake was, chat? When they got up to go to the restroom, he assumed that they were done eating. He assumed that they was done eating. And what does assuming do? It makes sense out of you and me. That is what assuming does. So when they got up and went to the restroom, he threw away all their food. He threw away all their food. All right? So they came back, they appalled. They looking like, where did our food go? Meanwhile, me and my homeboys, we over here still eating. We being a little nosy. You know what I'm saying? We being a little nosy, but we just eating our food. You know what I'm saying? They looking so confused, and the waiter, he knew he fucked up. He like, fuck. So, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward about 3-4 minutes. The waiter goes and tells his manager, the nice lady, the old lady that I always speak to, he went to tell her. She comes out from out back, and she's like handling the situation, right? Boom. All right. They handle the situation or whatever the case may be. It's 4 of us. It's me, Dabo, my little homie Dale, and one of Dabo homeboys. Dabo homeboy, he get up and go to the bathroom. All right? He get up and go to the bathroom, and like it cleared up like the vision for me and her to lock eyes. And when I say her, I mean the lady that was out to eat, the lady that I've been talking about, all right? It cleared up a passageway for me to see her and for her to see I. All right? And so when that passageway cleared up, at the first chance she got, she said, hey baby, hey, come here real quick. I say, oh, who? Dabo looking at me, I'm looking at him. We all trying to figure out who she talking about. She say, you baby, come here real quick. So, you know, I get up out my seat, fresher than a motherfucker in a casket. You hear me? I get up out my seat, slide, hey, Dale, back up real quick, you know what I'm saying? I done stepped out the booth, and I done walked over there, you know what I'm saying? Right there, right here, I done walked over there, not thinking nothing of it, though. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm assuming, in chat, what does assuming do? I'm not even gonna say it. I was assuming her daughter wanted to take a picture. That's what I was assuming. Ego. I was assuming that. All right? So I walk over there. She say, sit down. First thing she asked me, is your daddy married? I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? I'm thinking to myself, I say, self, is she finna tell me that this is my sister or something? Like, what's going on? Because my dad is a whore. My dad is a whore. All right, my dad, I'm not even gonna say in cap to y'all boys. On my daddy's side, man, there's no telling how many kids that man got. I know he got 14 guaranteed. My dad is a whore. So I was assuming that she finna tell me some information that's none of my business about my father. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, y'all talking about what? Yeah, I got so many brothers and sisters that I never met. I only rock with the ones on my mama's side. You know what I'm saying? The ones I grew up with. Man, there's so many. Man. Hey, and look, y'all don't believe me, but look, real quick, side story, and we gonna hop back, all right? Side story, I'm walking at a shopping plaza one time, all right? Just so y'all will believe me. Man, I'm walking in a shopping plaza, I'm walking by myself just like 2-3 years ago. I walk past a dude. I walk past a guy, stranger, never met him in my life. This is a filler right here. Y'all watch anime, this is a filler right here, all right? Boom, I walk past a guy, never seen him a day in my life, never met him, never heard about him, nothing, right? I walk past him, he turned around and say, hey, you my brother. I look at this nigga like, huh? He say, you my brother. Ain't such and such your daddy? I said, yeah. He say, you my brother. I I can tell by the way you walk. I say, cap. Called my mama right then and there. Beep, 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 beep. Mom, this nigga talking about he my brother. You talking about, man, mom, is such and such one of my daddy kids? She say, yeah. I say, man, fuck, man. I say, fuck, man. I swear I could die right now, I swear to God. I swear to God on my mama. On my mama. I swear to God. Swear to God. But anyways, back to the real story. All right, back to the real story. Anyways, I sit down. The first thing the lady asked me, I done took off my hat about 4 times, put it back on about 5 times. First thing the lady asked me, is your daddy married? I say, ma'am, I have no idea. My daddy a little old, but I have no idea. I don't think he's married. She said, because you are so handsome. You are so adorable. I say, oh, yeah. Hey, I did just like that right there. She say, ooh, and that smile. Oh, my. I look at her daughter like, you see what's going on? Is she rizzing me right now? I look at her daughter. Her daughter is like this right here. I'm thinking to myself, I say, self, is she rizzing me right now? All I can do is say, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. She say, oh, you too young. You better be lucky you too young. How old you is, sweetie? I say, 28. She said, oh, yeah, you young. I say, oh, I would ask how old you is. I know it's a little rude, but hey, I ain't too young, ma'am. Now that I'm getting this vibe from you, ma'am, I'm not too young for nothing. You heard me? So, boom, we ended up just conversation. She really gassing me the whole time. She really just complimented me back to back. She just complimented me, and I didn't really know what to say. I had no clue what to say because I didn't want to come off as that guy. You know what I'm saying? Her daughter is right here. She gassed me. I'm at a family restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to come off as a guy trying to bag a woman in front of her kid. So I just let her gas up. And then she said, oh, I just want to tell you, you're just so handsome. You know what I'm saying? And then, matter of fact, she pointed to her daughter and she said, now this is what you need to bring home, something like this right here. That's what she said. That's what she said. I'm looking at her daughter, I'm like, oh shit. So I ended up getting away from the table. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting up from the table, going back to my table, finishing my lunch, chopping it up with my fellas, and boom, I had an idea. I said, Davo, I've been coming here for about 3 years now. You think they'll let me work here for a video? I said, this is my favorite restaurant. I've been coming here for 3 years. You think they'll let me work here for a video? Just for a few hours. Right? He was like, yes. I'm like, all right, bet. Boom. Now, meanwhile, the waiter, y'all remember the waiter? He messed up. He threw away their food. He brought out some more food for the free for them because he threw away theirs when they weren't done. He brought out them some more food, right? And he brought us our check and he brought them their check. And so when he came to pick up my check, I said, hey, bro, come here. Hey, I want to pay for their food. I want to pay for their food. And yeah, the daughter was 17. She was 17. And so I'm like, hey, I want to pay for their food. And so, boom, he's like, all right, bet. Boom. He come back. I pay for both of it. I pay for our food and I pay for their food. I didn't tell them I paid for them. Because the waiter was like, you want me to tell them you paid for them? I'm like, nah. Just tell them it was somebody. I don't know. It wasn't me. But, boom, everything, we getting all our belongings, and we get ready to go. While we walking, she stops me again. The older lady stops me again. She had to be like between 40 and 45. So she stopped me again. She said, come here, baby, sit down. Now at this point, me and all my homeboys standing right there. She's like, oh, y'all just so handsome. Y'all is a bunch of handsome young men. She reaches and gives me a card. She reaches and gives me a card of her business, right? Check. I don't even know what business she run, but all I know is it was like something romantics. I think it was her name, but something romantics. Like, I don't know. Something romantics. And I'm looking at the car, I'm like, man, what is this? She say, baby, ain't nothing wrong with learning something new. That's what she said. And guess what I said? Oh, I'm all about learning new things. Yes, I am. I'm all about learning new things. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the card, and the card is real grown and sexy. That's the energy that I was getting from this business card. It was real grown and sexy. All right, it was like a burgundy. It was a burgundy color with like cursive. You know what I'm saying? It had her email, her contact information, phone number, the works. It had the works. All right, big freaky. That's what I was getting. Yeah, Chad, you're right. Big freaky. That's what I was getting from the. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to assume that, so I'll just keep it professional. But I'm looking at the card, and I'm like, okay, well, I need to learn how to be romantic. I don't know what business what services she offered, but I'm definitely calling her. Fuck is you talking about? I'm calling her. Cause the card was real nice. It was burgundy. The font was cursive, and it was a picture of her on the business card drinking wine with candles in the back. I would be a fool not to call that woman. I would be a dummy not to call that woman. Like, straight business. I would be a dummy not to big freaky. The big drop. Straight business. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So the card in my car. The card is in my car. Because the lady gave me a card. The older lady gave me a card. The one that was low-key rizzing me up, she gave me a card. And when I stepped away when I got the card and said, okay, I'm gonna definitely be, you know what I'm saying, in contact with you. I left and talked to the manager, and I asked her, hey, can I work here for a day? She said, yes, you can work here for a day. You for real? I'm like, yeah, I want to work here for a day. You know, I want to serve. I really want to experience working at my favorite restaurant. And she like, baby, you can work here anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. She gave me her card for us to set it up. I've been setting it up too. So I'm gonna be working at my favorite restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be tough. Man, you know what I'm saying? W leak on the way, but yeah. So like, that's what I'm saying. That was a short story time, Chet. That was a short story time, cause it's like, yeah, like I got rizzed up by and she was gorgeous too, Chet. She was a gorgeous older individual. Had to be no older than 44. Gorgeous, light skin, gorgeous, Chet. But yeah, you heard me?